welcome to, or good afternoon, evening, whichever time it may be, welcome to your yoga practice today. And today we have some nice lengthening and strengthening that we're going to be doing. So have a block or two at the ready and a strap. We will definitely be needing that today. And let's get to it. To the mat. Starting standing. We're going to start with a little heel to butt, high knee, heel to butt, high knee. Just alternating, going back and forth. Starting to get those muscles of the lower body awake and active and warmed up from what they are about to do today. Oh yeah. We will also have plenty of balance, and we'll note that. Nice little balance sequence that I've made a favorite, at least my favorite, in my live classes lately, so we're of course going to get to that today. Yep, still going here. Still going. A little bit longer though. Let's get one more of each. Heel, knee, and down. Back to center. And we'll bring those feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Let's inhale, arms up, lifting up the heels. And exhale, floating back down with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling, coming down, making sure that on the inhale you are not arching your low back and sticking your chest out. We do that in compensation if we're really tight through our upper back, through our chest. We arch to try to get that length. Use the breath. Inflate the belly. Stretches those muscles, the abdomen and torso out. It's going to help with that. Couple more. Now let's lengthen the sides a little bit. Inhale, right foot behind, right arm up. Exhale back to center, and then the left. Pull that left side apart. One more time each side. Back to center. Let's do some nice big arm circles going forward. And then going back. And then, Michael Phelps. So I like to call it, everything be nice and loose. Shake it out. Everything release. Back to center. All right, let's take that right arm, bring it across the chest. Remember, we don't want to bring our whole side with us. Stay facing forward. Glue that right shoulder blade onto the back of the rib cage so that we're not yanking our shoulder out of the socket and pulling on our ligaments. We just want to lengthen and stretch out those muscles. So please do check yourself, maybe even exaggerate, kind of move back and forth just to see where you're at and then adjust to where you need to be. All right, let's release, switch. Release again. Now we're going to bring that right arm up like you're patting yourself on the back. Grab hold of that right elbow. We're stretching the triceps, and now we don't want to be here. Tailbone lengthen down, abdomen engaged. And now we're nice and lined up. And if it feels comfortable, we're going to open that right side up a little bit more. Lengthen the spine up first. And then start dipping to the left. Just a little bit. We don't want to dump into the vertebrae and the discs on our left side. I want to be crushing things. Back to center. Release. Now let's do the other side. Left arm up. Make sure you're lined up. Tailbone is lengthened down. We're not arching in the low back. Now let's open that left side up a little more. Remember, make sure we're long in the spine first, and that left hip, we just kind of press out just so slightly. Back to center, and release. I'm going to switch perspectives. Keep those feet about shoulder width, hip width apart. That's our 2 fist distance. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, nice hinge to forward fold. Bend the knees as you need to. Inhale, reverse dive back up. Exhale back down with the breath. Nice and steady at your own perfect pace. This time when we get to forward fold, let's hold it there. Checking to make sure that we're not trying to lock out the knees, keep them straight and rounding. Please don't do this. Bend it. Take those ischial-tuberosities, those sits bones. We're trying to reach them up. Keep the spine long. Your hands don't have to touch the floor. Remember, it's not the goal here. Length and alignment is. I can't say that enough. Then on an inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up, sit the hips back into chair pose. Inhale, press all the way up. And exhale, nice hinge back down into our forward fold. And from here, we're going to bring those hands down, step back into down dog. And while we're here, let's bend the left knee, press down through that right heel. Bend the right, press the left. Bend the left, press the right again. And one more time, pressing the left. And let's press both. Remember, we still want to be long in the spine. You could be pressing down through the heels while still having a bend in your knees. Let's shift to plank. Now we're going to take it all the way down to the floor. And inhale, lengthen and lift into cobra. Then on our exhale, we're going to lift the hips, start pressing back, not into child's pose, keeping things long in the spine. Remember, we don't want to tuck under. Bring it back, lowering down. And this time you can come up into cobra or into up dog. So on your inhale, choose which is best for you right now. In either one, make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. The ears are away from the shoulders. Shoulder blades are back on the back of the rib cage and the chest is open. And our exhale, we're going to move into down dog. Inhale that right foot up. Exhale. Step it between the hands. Runner's pose. Make sure that back left quad is active. We don't want it sinking down. Nice and long. Hands down. Back to down dog. Inhale, left up. Exhale, step it forward to our runner's pose on this side. Hands down. Back to our down dog. Right foot up on the inhale again. Exhale, step it forward. Once again, runner's pose. Set yourself up. Now we're going to keep that left hand down. Use a block if you need to. Right hand on the right thigh. Gently guiding ourselves into a twist. Release the twist. That back left heel pivots down. We're going to slowly start to extend that right knee. Not locking it out. Still a little bend. We want that muscular activation. Hips level. We're going to begin to bend that right knee again. Left heel pivots up. Hands down. Step back to our down dog. Left heel up on the inhale. Exhale. Step it forward. Find our alignment in runner's pose. Right hand stays down. Left hand on that left thigh. Inhale, guide yourself into the twist. Release the twist on an exhale. Spiral that back right heel down. Begin to gently extend the left knee. Don't lock it out, remember. Here we are in pyramid pose. Now let's bend that left knee again. Right heel pivots up, hands down. Back to our down dog. And an inhale, look up. And on the exhale, walk, step or jump. Feet to hands to forward fold. On an inhale, reverse dive back up. Exhale, Drop the left, lengthen that right side. Inhale the left up. And exhale, drop the right, lengthen the left. Inhale that right arm back up. And exhale, release to the sides. Alright, let's take a wide stance. Ooh, got some sun actually coming in my windows for once. That's an amazing thing. Haven't seen that in a while. Alright, we're going to have the heels in a bit, toes turned out. Let's tuck those elbows into the sides. Inhale, sit the hips back, opening the knees. Exhale, press up with the breath. Inhaling down, exhaling, pressing up. One more. And bring the arms out to the sides. Bend the elbows so the arms are right around 90 degrees, a little more than that. Spin the pinky fingers out. Drop back down into that squat. Remember, only go as low as you can. Not letting the knees close. So if you have to be up higher for that, that's fine. And if it feels okay while we're here, we're going to pulse a little bit. Or you can hold it. Do what feels right. There's no pressure because nobody can see you right now, so you don't have to get into peer pressure. And we're going to start to go side to side. Only if it feels right. Back to center, back to our pulses. And let's hold. Press it back up. Let's spin the heels out, toes in as much as is comfortable. Tailbone lengthens down, quads locked into place. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Nice hinge down. Now let's walk it over to the right ankle. If you like, you can give that left knee a little bend. And then walk it over to the left, bending the right if you'd like. one more time to the right. And one more time to the left. Bring it back to center. And from here, we're going to heel toe the feet back into that hip width apart distance to forward fold. Inhale, reverse dive back up. And exhale, release those arms. All right, now for our little balancing component, our little balance flow. So I'm going to start it out. We're going to start with one simple movement and build from there. So inhale, step that left foot behind, drop down. Exhale, come up into single leg stance. Inhale, right back down. Exhale, our single leg stance. I'm going to get out of the way of this thing. One more like this. Now we'll start the next series. Inhale down. Exhale, single leg stance. Inhale, hinge to flying warrior. Exhale, hinging back to our single leg stance. Inhale back down. With the breath. Last round right here. Back down. We're going to do some holds now. Single leg stance, holding, up tall. Inhale, hinge to flying warrior. Exhale, hinge back up to that single leg stance. And release down. Whew. A little shake out. Now, other side. Here we go. Inhale, right foot behind, drop down. Exhale up to that single leg stance. With the breath right here. One more like this. And build. right, back down. Exhale, single leg stand. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, single leg stand. Inhale, back down. Keep it with the breath. Don't get ahead of the breath, especially if you start to fatigue when your heart rate rises. This is our last one, moving with the breath right here. Back down. Now let's hold that single leg stance. And we'll hinge to our flying warrior. Hinging back to single leg stance. Keep it steady. And release back down. All right. I think it's all shake out. All right. Now we need our strap. Let's loop it on that right foot. And then look at this side. I don't know if that's any better. Dodging the window sun. Okay. Let's bring that right knee up. Make sure we're up tall, pelvis locked into place. Little bend in that left knee so that we're using muscles. It's going to help us balance if you lock it out. Once again, we're hanging out on ligaments. You're going to feel more unstable because you're not using your muscles. Simple as that. I know, don't try to argue with me and say that, oh, I feel more balanced. You're not, though. You're not. I won't win that argument. All right, let's extend that right foot out. Use those quads of the right leg to extend that knee. I'm going to take that leg out to the side. Make sure our pelvis stays facing forward to the best of our ability. It might turn a little bit, but we don't want to completely go with that foot. Bring it back to center. Bend it again. And release down. Inhale, a little TFL, glute med burn happening on the left side. It's nice, it's very nice. For muscles, most of us probably sitting a bit more now, working from home. Those muscles are just tightening, tightening, tightening. Now we're lengthening them, opening them up, getting them to do their job. It'll make our body much happier. Maybe not in the moment, but going down the line. All right, left knee up there. Let's extend it out. Then we're going to move it out to the side to the best of our ability. Bring it back to center. Bend and release. Okay. Now we're going to bring it back onto the right foot. Come on, right foot. I'm going to switch perspectives so you can better see what I'm doing. Hopefully not in the way of the sun too much. We're going to take a nice hinge to Flying Warrior. You want that strap that you have to be taut. And you might have to adjust it when we're in the pose, but don't worry about that when we get there. We're here. We're going to start lifting, hinging. We want to be pressing that right foot into the strap. Pressing, pressing, lifting, and hinging back. Now loop it onto the left side. Do the same thing here. We want to be able to keep our forward flying warrior with our arms straight behind us and our leg back. So we want to make sure that strap is the right distance to allow for that. Here we go. Hinging. Think of lifting that left leg up using those inner thigh muscles. Pressing into the strap. Hinge it right back. So each side one more time. Perfect. Move it back on that right. This time we have a better idea of what we're doing. So we can make it even better. Here we go. Hinging, hinging. Right back to standing. And now our left side. One last time. Nice in that arch there. Off my nose. All right, here we go. Nice hinge. Nice and long. Hinging right back. All right. And let's set that aside. Let's have our blocks. A little bit ready here. We're going to do some work with our forward fold, and then we're going to do some half moon lifts. So we're going to want these. All right, feet hip width apart. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Release down to our forward fold. Now we have our blocks at the ready. So we can keep that nice, long, neutral spine. We're going to do some leg lifts. If you have to adjust where your hands are to help you balance, it's okay. Remember, a lot of this also comes from the abdomen, pulling it in and keeping stable. So keep everything steady. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right back down with a breath. One more on this side. Now let's take it to the left. Lengthen. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, right back down. One more here. Now we're going back to the right side where we're going to hold it. Level everything out. Inhale, lift and hold, nice and long. Exhale, release back down. And now the left. Exhale, back down. All right, so now we're going to take our blocks straight out in front of our feet on the pinky toe side, maybe a little over. Let's step that right foot back. Now what's important, oh my goodness, as we do this, is to make sure that our leg that's staying on the ground, the foot stays facing forward. We can be tempted to turn it in, thinking that's going to help our balance, when in actuality, it does the exact opposite of that. It decreases the proper contact surface area in the hip joint, so that decreases our ability to be stable and increases our risk for further hip joint wearing down of the joint and further issues. So don't do that. Don't do it. All right. So we're here. We're starting to open in the chest. Now we have to have my legs a little further. I'm just going to lift into our half moon. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, coming up. Making sure that the hip is bending. It's not just in the knee. Hip, then knee. I'm going to hold the next one. Come down. Right back up. Gently bring it down. Step it forward. Down to the other side. I'm going to switch. So I'm still facing everybody. Maybe on a different side of our sunlight. Alright. Right foot towards the short edge. Facing forward. Get down in our preparatory position. And lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lifting gently. Control the movement of your body. Understand how your body moves. I'm really not slowing down on the floor that hard. I'm going to hold this next one. Here we go. Into our hold. And release down. Bring it back up. Release back over. Oh boy. Okay. Let's inhale. Bring the arms up. Exhale. Down to forward fold. Let's step it back now to a little forearm plank. Elbows under the shoulders, palms down. I have so much light happening in this room here. And release down. And we're going to roll it over onto our left side. We're going to stack ourselves on our side. So bring that arm right underneath. This is a balancing pose. It's kind of like a side plank. And now, once we're here, we're not slacking and sinking into the floor. We're pressing up and away from it. Bring that right arm up. If it feels comfortable, you can keep it at your side. Keep it down for a little balance. And if it feels comfortable even more, you can turn your head up. And if you feel able, close your eyes. And we'll release onto the back. I'm going to flip it around. Oof. Okay, over here. And now we'll flip onto our right side. Same thing. We're straight and long. Not sinking into our joints or into the floor. Find just that right spot to balance. Arm up if it's comfortable. Head turned up if it's comfortable. And closing your eyes as you're ready, willing, and able. Release onto the back. I'm still kind of in yo, kind of. Feet flat, hip width apart, arms at the sides. Press those hips up into a bridge. Release the hips down. Let's come into happy baby. Now we're going to take left knee under the right one for our recline Gonkasana, or recline cow face pose. You can apply gentle pressure to the outside edges of the foot as it feels appropriate for you. Release. Feet flat again, hip width apart. Lift those hips back up into bridge. Again, we want to make sure it's our glutes doing the work, not just the hamstrings. Lower the hips back down, back into happy baby. Now this time, right knee under the left. Apply that pressure on the outside edges of the foot as appropriate. Release. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out to the side. You can give them a little, kind of flutter them around a little bit to let the hips release and relax. Let them know it's okay to release and relax. Arms at the sides, palms up. We're going to keep long, curl up just a little bit. Reach over to the right and then to the left. Back and forth. Nice and gentle. bit longer. Hold center and release. We're taking those feet, keeping them as they are. Now we're going to tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips. So really getting into those glutes on the side. Inhale down. Exhale, lift with the breath. Just the glutes. This puts them in an optimal position to actually fire and do their job. So if you have a weak butt or think you do, it's a great exercise to help combat that, improve that. Two more. And back down. Now let's bring those legs straight up to the best of our ability. You can point and thrust a couple times. Move those ankles around. Now let's bring arms out in a T. Now we want to keep ankle, knee, and hip in alignment. We don't want to turn the core off. Bring them in. Inhale, lower that right leg down as low as we can, maintaining neutral spine. Upper body, face, neck stays relaxed. Exhale, right foot up. Inhale, the left one down. Exhale, bring it up. And release those feet back down. Let the knees just fall down to the right. Just relax down to the right. And over to the left. And back to center. Extend those legs out. Arms overhead, interlace the fingers. Nice big deep inhale. Gather all your tension. Flex all your muscles. Make a face. Hold it. Hold everything. Exhale and release. Your arms to your sides. And take Shavasana. Let's roll it over into the right or left side. Do the fetal pose. Press it up to seated. Nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen those arms up one last time. And exhale. Release to the heart center. Namaste. Now you may go and greet the sunshine. Or greet the sunshine tomorrow, whichever it may be. Either way. Woo. Got a little bright in here. Great job. And I'll see you on the next one.